Have you ever started your day feeling a little off, as if your body is already working against you before you've even gotten out of bed? You might feel lightheaded, unsteady, or just a bit disconnected, like something isn't quite right. And maybe you've told yourself it's just part of aging, something that happens to everyone eventually. But here's the real story. It's not simply age catching up. In many cases, it's subtle, overlooked habits we've come to accept as normal, the ones we barely notice that may be quietly chipping away at your independence. These tiny, innocent-seeming actions can build up over time, turning what should be a calm morning into a serious risk for injury or worse. Hi, I'm Albert, and today we're taking a closer look at 5 morning mistakes that might be putting you at more risk than you realize. These aren't just minor oversights. They can contribute to falls, air visits, or long-term setbacks that affect your freedom and quality of life. But don't worry. This isn't about scaring you. It's about something much more powerful. Your ability to take small steps that protect your health and give you more control, one simple change at a time. By the end of this video, you'll learn why that dizzy spell you sometimes get when rising isn't something to ignore. It's actually a warning sign called orthostatic hypotension, and I'll show you how just 60 seconds can stop it from catching you by surprise. You'll also see why skipping your first glass of water isn't a small mistake. It places added stress on your brain, heart, and entire body. We'll talk about why grabbing coffee right away, especially on an empty stomach, might actually raise your stress instead of boosting your energy. And we'll break down how brushing off early morning joint stiffness can set you up for a painful fall. Finally, we'll dig into your posture. Specifically, how the way you get out of bed in the morning can influence your stability, mood, and even your overall health. Stick with me to the end, because I'm sharing powerful daily habits that can help you feel more balanced and confident. You'll also hear a real story from 71-year-old Carol, whose early morning fall completely changed how she approaches her daily routine. By the time we wrap up, you'll walk away with clear, practical steps to sidestep these common dangers. Trust me, 1 minute of your time can save you months of painful recovery. Let's make every second count today. Before we dive in, if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the upcoming videos, packed with simple ways to strengthen your health and daily life. Your support means so much to me. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like and share it with friends or family who might benefit. If you're serious about staying strong and well, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment with the number 1 if you enjoyed this topic, or comment 0 to let me know what I can do to improve and serve you better. Now let's dive into the first mistake and set the tone for a safer, healthier morning. Mistake number 1. Getting out of bed too fast. It may seem like a harmless habit, but this common behavior could be the very thing that sets the stage for a fall, a trip to the ER, or something even more serious. Picture this. You've been lying down for 6 to 8 hours, barely moving at all. Your body is completely at rest, calm, still. Then, suddenly, without thinking twice, you open your eyes, swing your legs over the side, and stand up. And that's when it hits. Dizziness rushes in. Your vision blurs. And before you know it, you're grabbing onto nearby furniture, trying not to topple over. It feels like the ground has vanished beneath you, as if your body hasn't quite caught up to your brain. Sound familiar? What many older adults don't realize is that this sensation has a name: orthostatic hypotension. It's far more common and risky than most people think. As we grow older, our circulatory system becomes less responsive to sudden position changes. After lying still for hours, blood pools in the lower parts of your body, mainly your legs and feet. When you rise too quickly, your heart and blood vessels often can't react fast enough to push blood to your brain. The result? A sharp drop in blood pressure. That drop can cause fainting, dangerous falls, and serious injuries. Have you ever stood up and felt your ears ring, the room spin, or a strong urge to lean on something? Or maybe you had to sit right back down just to feel stable again. Don't brush it off. That's your body's way of asking for one simple thing: time. Let me introduce you to Irene, a 71-year-old from Arizona who practiced yoga 3 times a week and lived an active lifestyle. One morning, just like any other, she got up too quickly. No hesitation, no preparation. And the moment she stood, she lost her balance and tumbled. She hit her shoulder against the dresser. Thankfully, she didn't suffer a fracture, but that fall shook her confidence deeply. For weeks afterward, she was hesitant to rise without support, and it all happened because she didn't pause for just a few extra seconds. So, how do you prevent this? The answer is wonderfully simple, and it only takes about a minute each morning. A gentle, thoughtful way to begin your day. Wake up slowly. Don't leap out of bed as soon as your alarm goes off. Open your eyes. Inhale deeply. Allow your body a moment to recalibrate. Start to move gently. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your ankles. Flex your wrists. These movements help jumpstart circulation. Then, roll to one side, whichever is more comfortable. Ease your way over to begin your transition. Sit up and move to the edge of the bed. Let your feet touch the ground and remain there for 20 to 30 seconds. Rotate your ankles again. Do a light stretch. Be patient with yourself. There's no need to rush. When you feel stable and present, stand up slowly with purpose and confidence. This easy morning habit works like a warm-up for your circulatory system. It allows your body time to adjust, helping your heart circulate blood effectively to your brain and preventing those critical moments of imbalance. You might be thinking, but I've always jumped out of bed and never had a problem. That's a fair thought. But as we get older, our bodies become less forgiving of habits that once felt harmless. What used to be perfectly fine could now set the stage for a dangerous fall. Statistics consistently show that falls are the leading cause of serious injuries in older adults. And the most heartbreaking part, a large number of these falls happen right in the comfort of your own bedroom. So before you even begin your day, give your body the small, thoughtful gift, a smooth, gentle shift from rest to motion. It might be the most important 60 seconds of your morning, and the secret to staying independent longer. Mistake number 2, skipping water after waking up. If you're still watching this video and find these tips helpful, please comment one below to let me know you're still here. When your eyes open in the morning, your body has already been hard at work for hours while you slept. Your heart kept beating, your lungs kept drawing breath, and your kidneys continued filtering toxins from your bloodstream. All that internal work comes at a cost. It slowly depletes your body's water supply. By the time you wake up, your system is already in a mild state of dehydration, even if you don't feel it right away. Your body won't always scream for attention, but the silent need for water is there, growing steadily. One of the most common missteps I see, especially among those over 70, is beginning the day without drinking any water at all. Many people go straight for coffee, take morning medication, or skip hydration entirely. I'm not really thirsty, they'll say. But here's the truth. Waiting until you feel thirsty is too late. As we age, our sense of thirst dulls. The body doesn't send out those signals as strongly as it once did. But dehydration isn't just about being thirsty. It's about what happens when your body doesn't get the fluids it needs. Overnight, you lose water in ways you may not even notice. Through breathing, especially if you sleep with your mouth open, through perspiration, and through urination. This loss reduces blood volume and makes your circulation less efficient. The result? Your blood becomes slightly thicker, and your heart has to work harder to pump it through your body. That puts extra pressure on your cardiovascular system. Your blood pressure may rise, and your risk of heart-related events like strokes or heart attacks increases, especially if you already have high blood pressure or a heart condition. Dehydration also affects your energy, mental focus, and mood. Have you ever woken up feeling groggy, with a dry mouth or a nagging headache? That's your body's way of sounding the alarm. After all, your brain is made up of more than 70% water. Even slight dehydration can interfere with your memory, concentration, and yes, your sense of balance. And when your balance is compromised, the chances of falling increase significantly. Let me tell you about Elaine, a 75-year-old woman living in Chicago. Each morning, she experienced mild dizziness as she got out of bed. She chalked it up to aging, even though her doctor had confirmed her blood pressure was perfectly normal. But the lightheadedness persisted, and eventually, it began to worry her. Then one day, Elaine made a small change. She placed a glass of water on her nightstand before going to bed. When she woke up, she took a few sips right away. Within just a week, the difference was noticeable. Less fogginess, more energy, and improved digestion, all from adding that one glass of water to her morning routine. So, what's the best approach? Begin by keeping water within arm's reach at night. If drinking a full glass first thing feels like too much, that's perfectly fine. Start small with half a glass or just a few sips. Want to make it more enjoyable? Try adding a splash of lemon to warm water. It can gently awaken your digestive system and soothe your throat. The important part is making it a consistent part of your routine. Link it to something you already do each morning, like drawing back the curtains or sitting up in bed. Another common misstep, reaching for coffee right away. Now, while coffee has its perks, it also acts as a diuretic, which can cause your body to lose even more fluids, worsening dehydration. I'm not saying you should give up your morning coffee, but it's wise to hydrate before that first cup. Think of it as jump-starting your system, like giving a cold engine some fuel after a long night's rest. Your body has been supporting you through the night. Offering it water first thing is the least you can do to help it start strong. And remember, don't wait until you feel parched. By the time thirst kicks in, your body is already running low on fluids. Mistake number 3, drinking coffee on an empty stomach. For many people, the day doesn't officially begin until that first sip of coffee hits their lips. It feels like a sacred routine, a ritual that wakes the body, sharpens the mind, and sets the tone for what's ahead. But here's the truth. If you're over 70, this seemingly harmless habit might be doing more damage than you think, especially if you're drinking coffee before eating anything. Consider this. When you wake, your body has been fasting for 6 to 8 hours. Your blood sugar is low, and your energy is depleted. And then, without warning, you flood your system with a powerful hit of caffeine and acidity. What's the result? You've just created a storm for both your stomach and your nerves. Here's what happens inside. Coffee stimulates your stomach to produce more acid. But there's no food in your stomach to absorb or neutralize it. That acid goes straight to work, irritating the stomach lining and setting the stage for discomfort. Over time, this habit can cause inflammation, heartburn, acid reflux, or even gastritis. And if you already live with digestive issues like ulcers or irritable bowel syndrome, drinking coffee on an empty stomach can quietly make those conditions worse. But it doesn't stop there. Coffee also boosts cortisol, the hormone tied to stress. Here's the catch. Cortisol is already naturally high when you wake up. So when you introduce caffeine immediately, it magnifies that stress response even further. Have you ever noticed feeling jittery, edgy, or shaky after your morning coffee? You may have dismissed it as normal, but in truth, it might be your body reacting to a sudden surge of stress without the protective buffer that food provides. Over time, consistently elevated cortisol can trigger problems like belly fat gain, disrupted sleep, hormone imbalances, and higher risks of metabolic issues. These concerns are even more pressing as we age, since our systems don't handle these imbalances as efficiently as they used to. Let me share the story of Frank, a 72-year-old from Florida who had followed the same morning pattern for decades. He'd wake up, brew a strong cup of coffee, and sip it while reading the news, often waiting hours before eating anything. Eventually, Frank began dealing with frequent heartburn, tightness in his chest, and a lingering sense of nervousness. He assumed it was just aging, but when the symptoms persisted, he met with a nutritionist. The advice? Simple. Yay. Frank began pairing his coffee with a light bite, like a slice of toast or a few crackers. Sometimes it was half of a banana. Within a couple of weeks, the heartburn faded. The anxious feeling subsided, and he noticed a steadier energy throughout the morning. So, how can you avoid the same mistake? You don't need to give up your coffee. Just pair it with a bit of real food. Try one of these easy options: half a banana, a handful of almonds or walnuts, a slice of whole grain toast with a touch of olive oil, or a small bowl of unsweetened yogurt. The goal isn't to have a full breakfast. It's simply to give your digestive system something to process, so the caffeine doesn't hit too harshly. Even a small bite can activate your digestion, stabilize your blood sugar, and allow the caffeine to enter your system more gradually. That helps prevent those quick energy highs and sudden drops that can leave you drained later on. Eating a small snack before your coffee also supports better mood, sharper focus, and steadier hormones throughout the day. And if you take medication in the morning, pairing it with a light snack before your coffee can improve how your body absorbs and uses that medication. Remember, your body doesn't bounce back the way it did in your 30s. Every small choice makes a difference. Coffee is one of the world's favorite beverages, but how your body handles it depends entirely on what you do around it. Having coffee on an empty stomach is like starting a car without engine oil. It may seem fine at first, but over time, it puts serious strain on your system. So, before you give in to that irresistible aroma tomorrow morning, do your body a simple favor. Give your stomach something to handle it with. Mistake number 4. Ignoring stiffness in the morning and rushing into movement. Waking up with achy joints or a stiff back might feel like a normal part of getting older. Many seniors accept it as something that comes with age, unavoidable, and just part of life. But here's the truth. What feels like mild discomfort could actually be a hidden danger. If you get out of bed and begin moving without giving your body time to warm up, it could result in more than just soreness. It could lead to real harm. While you sleep, your body remains in one position for hours. Blood flow slows. Muscles become less flexible. And the synovial fluid, your joint's natural lubricant, doesn't move as easily. This lack of motion makes areas like your spine, knees, shoulders, and hips feel tight or stiff when you rise. For those over 70, this becomes even more noticeable, as the body produces less joint fluid with age. Here's the real issue. If you ignore that tightness and move too fast, like standing up abruptly, bending over quickly, or walking without warming up, you put yourself at risk for pulled muscles, back spasms, or worst of all, a fall. And the statistics don't lie. Falls are the leading cause of injury in older adults and can set off a series of health problems that may result in losing independence. In some cases, it can be the turning point between staying active and being confined. Let me tell you about Leonard, an energetic 76-year-old from Texas who took morning walks religiously. Each day, he woke up feeling some tightness in his legs but brushed it off. One morning, he jumped up too fast and headed straight to the bathroom. His knees, still stiff, didn't support him well, and as he turned a corner, he stumbled and fell. He broke his hip and ended up in recovery for months. It wasn't aging that slowed him down. It was rushing without listening to his body. So what can you do to prevent this? The good news is you don't need a lengthy stretching session or intense workout. Just a few minutes of gentle, deliberate motion can make a big difference. Here's a simple activation routine that many older adults find helpful. While you're still lying in bed, start by slowly moving your fingers and toes. Then, make small circles with your wrists and ankles. These subtle movements help restart circulation. Gently turn your head from side to side. Don't force it, just enough to wake up the neck muscles. Next, sit on the edge of the bed slowly. Reach your arms up toward the ceiling. Then, extend them forward. Let your spine loosen naturally. Finally, roll your shoulders backward a few times to open up your posture. This helps ease built-up tension in your upper body. While sitting, gently bend your knees as if softly marching in place. This prepares your legs to move steadily for the day ahead. The entire routine only takes 2 to 3 minutes, but those few minutes could save you from weeks of discomfort and recovery time. And there's a bonus benefit. This kind of deliberate move also activates your mind. As you move your body with care, your nervous system switches on, enhancing your coordination and getting you ready for the physical motions the day may demand. It's not about doing more. It's about doing it the right way. Don't brush off that stiffness as just another aging annoyance. Pay attention to it. Your body is speaking to you. Take a few moments to gently transition into movement. Just like a car on a chilly morning needs time to warm up before driving, your body needs a gentle ramp-up to prepare for the day. Mistake number 5. Skipping a posture check when you wake up. If you're still watching and this video is helpful to you, please comment 2 below so I know you're still here with me. This mistake tends to fly under the radar, but it quietly impacts your balance, breathing, digestion, and even your emotional state. It's about overlooking your posture as soon as you rise. After hours of sleep, many older adults naturally stand with rounded backs, slouched shoulders, and a head that tilts forward. It's not intentional. It's just how stiff joints and weakened muscles tend to pull the body. But here's the issue. That hunched position can disrupt your body's internal systems. When you slouch, your chest cavity compresses. That means your lungs can't fully expand, so you take shallower breaths. Less oxygen reaches your body and brain, which can leave you feeling fatigued, unfocused, or foggy. If you find yourself starting the day feeling drained or mentally cloudy, poor posture may be playing a role, and it goes beyond breathing. Posture also influences digestion. When your upper body collapses forward, it squeezes your digestive organs, slowing down their function. That can lead to bloating, gassiness, and even chronic constipation. What many people don't realize is that posture affects mood too. Research shows that maintaining an upright position, whether sitting or walking, can improve confidence, enhance memory, and reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Yes, something as simple as lifting your chest and aligning your spine can change how you feel from the inside out. Let me tell you about Evelyn, a 74-year-old woman from Michigan. Every morning, she shuffled around with her head down and shoulders drooped, often seeming low on energy. Her family thought it was just a natural part of getting older. Grandma's just slowing down, they'd say. But once she started working with a physical therapist, Evelyn learned a new morning habit: stretch in bed, reset her posture, and rise with her shoulders back like she was stepping forward to receive an award. Within just a few days, Evelyn felt lighter on her feet, more alert in the mornings, and surprisingly more upbeat. It wasn't magic. It was her posture. A few small shifts completely changed the way she began her day. So, how do you correct this common mistake? The good news is, it doesn't require a long or complicated process. Here's a quick morning posture routine that can make a significant difference. Before rising from bed, stretch upwards as though trying to touch the ceiling with the top of your head. Visualize your spine gently elongating. This simple move sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. When sitting on the edge of the bed, press both feet flat onto the floor and roll your shoulders gently back. Take a slow, full breath and notice your chest expanding. When standing, activate your core. Imagine you're lifting yourself from deep within. This supports your lower back, Begin your steps with intention. Keep your eyes forward, not downward. Maintain your chin level with the floor. This subtle but impactful habit can enhance your balance and posture all day long. We've gone over some essential tips today, from avoiding morning dizziness and preventing falls to understanding how posture, hydration, and body awareness all contribute to your overall health and vitality. Now that you've absorbed these insights, I'd love to hear from you. What's one takeaway from today's video that you'll apply in your daily life? Will it be checking your posture in the morning, drinking water right after waking, or simply moving with greater awareness? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel for more useful advice and uplifting content. Your support truly means so much. It allows us to keep delivering content that makes a difference. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.